remember, if I can cook it, so can you. So go nowhere. Let's create. This is an eye round roast. Happen to be bison, but you can do it with beef. And I'm going to show you a 3-step process of how to cook this tender and delicious. And this one is about almost 2 pounds. First step of the process is to marinate this baby to get those flavors. And you can do this overnight or up to 2 days before. So first you're going to need 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire. But if you don't have Worcestershire, then what you can do is get some soy sauce. And I say 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. 2 tablespoons. It's 1, 2, and 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon. Not teaspoon, we're talking tablespoon. It's 1. And that replaces the Worcestershire ingredient. Now you're going to use some marsala wine. Marsala wine. And I say about maybe for this, let's make it about 1/3 of a cup. Maybe 1/4 to 1/3. You can add a little bit of paprika. What it does is going to thicken it a little bit. So let's add, let's say, about 1/8 of a teaspoon, maybe half or 1/4, whatever the amount you want, doesn't matter. But that's about 2/8 equals 1/4, 1/4 of a teaspoon. And do the same with turmeric. Now the paprika that I use is the smoked paprika. So 1/4 of a teaspoon, not tablespoon now, teaspoon of smoked paprika, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of the turmeric. And you're going to mix this baby nicely. Make sure it's mixed. See? Let me pat it a little bit. I'm going to start marinating the part, the meat. So I like to put a little bit of holes, like punchers. See, using a little, this, maybe a little tiny knife. I have some of the fat left here too. Because this meat is lean. If it was beef, do the same, because you can apply it for beef, but I'm doing it for bison. I'm not making a lot of holes, just some punctures, because I want the flavor to transfer, to soak in. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to first get a little bit of oil, because this being bison and lean, I'm going to put also, and for beef, the beef is very lean too, so it doesn't matter. So I'm going to put a little bit of oil, just a little bit, a few drops. I'm going to brush it over. Kind of adding a little layer of fat, if you know what I mean. Then you're going to add some salt. I'm using my clean hand for the salt, by the way, not the one that I'm touching. And I'm going to be a little bit generous with the salt. The salt I'm using happen to be birch smoked salt. Ordered this from Iceland. Good price, not expensive. But you can use regular fine salt too. This one I can crunch, so it's very nice. See how nice? I have here some garlic powder. Add a few of that too. No, I like just enough. This way too. And now what you're going to do is you're going to get a plastic Ziploc bag. This is how I do it for all my meats when I'm marinating. I'm trying to centralize the flavor. So what I do is I'm going to add this baby here. Once I put the rose in the bag, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a bay leaf, sage, rosemary, and thyme. I just give in the aromatics. Now I'm going to add the mix that I prepared earlier, this mix. I'm not going to throw that on top of the beef because I don't want the salt and the garlic stuff to wash out, so I'm doing it slowly and nicely on the side of the bag, kind of flowing it. Mixing the stuff together. Garlic, 1 tip of fresh garlic. And the only thing I'm going to do with this baby is I'm going to mince it. And I'm going to use this one now today. Just mince it, add a little bit there so the aromatics of the garlic can be felt. And now I'm going to centralize the flavors. You want this baby flowing. See how nice it smells, my goodness. You're going to close this up, zip it, make sure it's zipped correctly, no air. Trying to get as much air out as possible. But make sure it's zipped. You don't want this stuff leaking out the bag. And you're going to roll it because you want the flavors to remain in one area. And then what you're going to do, you're going to either tie it or you're going to put a rubber band so things stay centralized, okay? And once you do that and get things ready, you're going to put it in the refrigerator. And this is going to complete step 1 of the process. It's been out of the refrigerator for about 30 minutes, but it's been marinating for about 40 hours, 2 days. And I'm trying to get it to reach room temperature as much as possible. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get it out here. Get some of these spices out of the way, you know, the big ones. Now I'm going to pat it down just a little bit. You don't go crazy. Let me get this out here too. Just a little bit. And what you're going to do, I'm going to put a little bit more salt. Just a little bit. In case that you lost some of the salt with the liquids when you were marinating. Now this is the key here. This is peppercorn. I had the 3 different colors. You can do it with black. I smashed them in a Ziploc bag. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it here. This is going to add some crazy amount of flavor. This is going to take this to another level. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to, the top, I'm going to get this crust on it, see? See how beautiful? I'm going to put in the bottom too. We're creating that extra crust. Let me add a little bit more. Look at this beauty. Let me wash my hands. Medium high. Little bit of oil. Any type of oil would do. I'm going sunflower. That way it's no taste. Let this baby heat up. And what I'm going to do, carefully, I'm going to add this baby. 2 or so minutes later, going to add some butter. What I'm going to do, I'm going to flip this baby. And I'm going to do this for about a minute or so. And then, after a couple minutes, you're going to do the same on the other side. Do it for about a minute. What you're doing is giving them some color, okay? Be careful with the smoke because it's going to get smoky because of the peppercorn. And trust me, you're going to feel it if you breathe that. It's going to like go through your lungs. Who knows? It might clean you up. And then you do the same from the other side and the back here too. So what I'm doing here, I took the roast out for now, putting it here to rest, because I'm trying to clean some of the, I have a cast iron and I want to use it in the oven. My oven is preheating. So some of this peppercorn stuff that fell, I just want to scoop it out. You know, I don't need it, so I'm going to take it out here. Well, I get ready for the next step. So, 325 degrees Fahrenheit, oven is preheating. I have a thermometer here. I think about this, either Walmart, Target, 10 bucks, 12 bucks at the most. And I set it to 125 degrees Fahrenheit for internal. Put the thing in the middle. It's Bison, so I know it's leaner. But if I was doing beef, I'd probably do the same, 125. Cano, maybe 125 to 130, 132 if it was beef. Bison, 125, but I don't want it to go above 130. I have some of the peppercorn left. I'm going to squish a little bit on the top of this, you know what I mean? It's like adding more pepper, but peppercorn, squash peppercorn. And then I'm going to put it in the oven. But before I do that, it's one more step that I want to show you, which is very important. Add these juices and stuff that I was marinating this with. I'm going to put it here too. It's going to be part of the juices. And then I'm going to transfer this to the oven. Right in the middle, thermometer, also in the middle. Close. So it took 40 minutes. And now it's time to get it out here. Look at this, baby. Now I'm going to put it to rest for about maybe 20-30 minutes, and then I'm going to refrigerate it to let it cool a little bit.